Welcome back to another episode of How to Make Sushi, and today I'm going to show you how to make some tapas. Now, I've been born in Spain, I was raised in Spain, and I still live in Spain. I've been to some of the best tapa places in the world, and I believe that because tapas is a Spanish thing and the best ones must be in Spain. I've had so many tapas, and I'm going to show you today how to make 3 of the best little sandwich style tapas. Now, they're called montaditos, bocadillos, or flautas. This is a flauta bread. This is a baguette. If you can't get this, just cut this down. It won't be exactly the same, but I understand it's close you'll probably be able to get. Okay, so let me show you some fantastic tapa bread style recipes. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna make these little sandwiches with very few ingredients. So it's very important that these ingredients are the best quality ingredients that you can possibly get. Now, for example, the first sandwich, I want to cover 2 ingredients specifically, the oil and the ham. Now, when you think olive oil around the world, I believe that a lot of people probably think extra virgin olive oil is the best and that's it. No. Here in Spain, we have lots of different kinds of olive oil. We have lots of different kinds of producers. We have lots of different kinds of trees. And the one I'm recommending for this recipe is the Arbequina tree. And this brand is pretty good, Oro Bailen. If you go with other trees like Picual, it's too spicy. If you go with Hojiblanca, it can be a bit too soft. This one is an all-rounded, great flavor, bold, just delicious olive oil. And try to get it as fresh as possible. And then you'll have the perfect ingredient for this. Now, the Spanish cured ham. Now, this is a very important ingredient and it's the most expensive ingredient that you're gonna buy today. It's like 120 euros a kilo in Spain. It's probably a lot more expensive outside of Spain because of export prices. And what you're gonna wanna have is Jamon, Iberico, Bellota. Now, Jamon is ham, Iberico is the Iberian kind of pork, which is a lot more delicious kind of pork than normal porks. It's got a little black hoof, that's how you recognize it. And it's amazing. Now, Bellota, that means acorn. So it's been fed acorns its entire life. And it makes for a much more flavorful meat. And you can see it by these little white specks on the meat itself. And these are just little mineral salt deposits, but it's usually a good indication that it's being fed bellotas instead of food for animals, like piensos and stuff like that. Okay, now that I've covered these 2 ingredients, I hope you get these ingredients to make this sandwich, because if you take like a normal jamon serrano, it's just not going to be as good. You really want the quality ingredients to get the quality little sandwich. Now, this first little sandwich is called the Catalana. It's basically very, very well known in the south coast of Spain and the Andalusia region. If you go into any little Spanish restaurant and you say you want a Catalana, even if it's not on the menu, they'll literally make it for you. But obviously this is going to be like the best Catalana with the best of the best ingredients, using, say for example, 5Jotas ham or bejer. The one I'm using today is 5Jotas. But just try to get a good quality ham and then you'll have a great experience with this. Okay, let's get straight into this. Let's go. Okay, so let's get started. Here we've got some nice ripe tomatoes. These are Spanish tomatoes, nice and juicy. We're just gonna grate them on a grater with a little cover that catches it all. And in Spanish, this is called tomate rallado. It's just a very simple thing you can add to your sandwiches. And we're just going to reserve this until we need it. Nice grated tomato. Okay, now here's our flauta, our mini baguettes, and we're just going to slice it in half and then we're going to toast it. Now we're going to do this for every single one of our little flauta sandwiches, tapas that we're doing today. I'm only going to show you how to cut it and toast it once, because I don't think you really need to see this. Now, once it's toasted, you're just going to apply that great quality olive oil on both sides of your toasted bread. Now, this oil is not greasy, it's delicious, so apply as much as you need to. And then you add your grated tomato paste. The reason why you add oil first is so that the tomato juices don't make the bread soggy. So first the oil, then the tomato. Makes a little barrier. Then add a little bit of cracked salt and a little bit of cracked pepper. Not too much salt because the ham's a little bit salty. And here's that great quality jamon, bellota, Iberico. Just put as much as you can. It's delicious stuff. Just slice this in half and there you go. We've got our delicious first flauta Catalana tapa. Okay, to start off, we're gonna take a little bit of bacon and place it into a pan and just cook it till it's nice and crispy, just like this. Then once that's done, let's take our mini baguette flauta and we're gonna slice it in half and again toast it. And once that's toasted, we're gonna add some thick sugarcane syrup. Now you can add it on one side if you don't like sweetness too much, or two sides if you like to have a nice sweet sandwich. And here I'm adding some goat's cheese. And then we're going to add that nice crispy salty bacon. So this sandwich just works so well because of the flavor combinations. We have salty, meaty, sweet, creamy. It's just fantastic. I just love it. It's super simple to make. It's really enjoyable to eat. Here we go. Delicious bacon goat's cheese flauta done. For this next one, I'm gonna take a potato and peel it. Once that's peeled, you're gonna slice it into slices that are 1/2 centimeter thick, 1/5 of an inch, and lay them on a tray for baking. And then I'm gonna take my trusty manual oil pump. This is a pump you fill up with your own oil and then pressure it by hand. And spray it over a nice thin layer of oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then pop that in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 35 minutes. Make sure they don't get brown. You just want them to be nice and soft and tender, and just check that with a knife. Just see if you're at the right point. Now, I've got some delicious sirloin beef here that the butcher cut. It was a bit too thick, so I'm gonna hammer it down and then salt and pepper it on both sides. Once that's done, we're going to cook this in a pan with a little bit of butter. So, place a stick of butter in, well, knob of butter into the pan and melt it. Then we're gonna add beef. You're gonna wanna cook this to about a medium. Here I'm just going to flip this over, keep an eye on this, it's very thin, so it'll cook very fast. Okay, and in the meantime I'm going to make a little sauce. So I'm going to take some Kewpie mayonnaise, and I'm going to add a couple little swigs of Maggi seasoning. I'll link these both in the description below, so you can find them, and that's the sauce done. Now I'm going to move on to the bread, again just slice it in half, and then just toast it. Once it's toasted, we're going to add that Maggi mayo on the bottom side, just like this. And then on the top side, we're gonna add a little bit of foie gras, delicious decadent pate. And then I'm gonna place the potato on the side with the mayo. And then I'm gonna cut the meat 2 sides so that it fits onto my little baguettes. And I'm just going to make sure there's a nice even layer of it. Just add these 2 little bits at the end here. Okay, fantastic. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt on top. Very important, and some white truffle oil spray. Be very liberal with this, it's delicious stuff. Now I'm gonna put the top part on and then cut it, and there you go. You've got this fantastic tasting beef truffle foie potato sandwich that will just blow your mind. Enjoy. There we go. Now you know how to make these 3 amazing little combinations of little sandwiches, tapas, and I hope you give these a try at home. They're amazing, and I really stand behind the combinations of ingredients. They're just fantastic. Also, this t-shirt says V on it. It means fast in French, and it's a new and upcoming cryptocurrency. I really like what they're doing. Check them out if you're into crypto. See you in the next one. Goodbye.